Namah Parvati Pataye Govindanam Sankirtanam.
Namaste everyone. Very happy to see you all here again for Srimad Bhagavatam. We will start this session with prayer. Shuklam Bhardaram Vishnam Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Sarva Lokanam Vishuje Bhavaroginam Nidhiye Sarva Vidhyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. தென்னாடுடைய பெரியவா போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி சர்வஜ்ஞா சர்வவியாபி பெரியவாச்சரணம் மாயப்பெருப்பர்க்கும் மகா பெரியவாடி போற்றி. ஓம் ஜன்மாத்யஸ்ய யதோ அன்வயாதிதரதச்சாஹர்த்தேஷு அபிஜ்ஞः ஸ்வராட் தேனே பிரம்மஹ்ருதாய ஆதிகவயே முஹ்யந்தி யத் சூரயः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषां दाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तगुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. So we will start today. We have seen about Saubhari Munivar and his 50 wives. That is Mandhata. We are seeing the Mandhata story. And Mandhata, he had 50 daughters, and Saubhari Munivar, he married all the 50 daughters, and Mandhata himself, he went and he saw how these daughters, they are living. Now, though Mandhata had 3 sons, apart from this 50 daughters, he had 3 sons. And though Mandhata had 3 sons, only one has got the Vamsa. That is Purukutsan. Purukutsan, only he has got that progeny. That is the dynasty. The son of Purukutsan was Trisadasyu. Trisadasyu is the father of Anaranyan. See that during the period of this Trisadasyu, there was no thieves or no robbery, nothing. So he was called Trisadasyan. So this Purukutsan, he went to the forest, leaving the kingdom to Trisadasyu, his son. And Trisadasyu, he ruled for many years, and he got Vairagyam. Vairagyam means Dosha Darsanam. Dosha Darsanam means that he is leaving the country, willingly. And, he went to the forest, leaving the kingdom to Anaranyan, his son. This Anaranyan, he ruled the kingdom for many years. Ranganatha Perumal, that is Swami Ranganathan, Swami Mahavishnu, was a Kuladevam. Swami Ranganathan was a Kuladevam of this whole Vamsam. And what happened, one day when the Anaranyan was ruling, one day what happened, this Ravanan, the Rakshasa, Ravanan, he came, he called him for Dvanda Yuddham. Dvanda Yuddham means it's a boxing like thing, like wrestling like thing. He called for Dvanda Yuddham, that is for fight. And this Anaranyan thought, this Bhagavan Ranganathan, that is his Swami, the Mahavishnu, will definitely give him protection. That is, he will definitely give him victory. But during the battle, during the fight, what happened? The battle between Ravanan and this Anaranyan, what happened? This Ravanan, he pushed Anaranyan from the chariot, and Anaranyan, he fell down from the chariot, and instead of cursing Ravanan, so he became very angry. This Anaranyan, he became very angry, but instead of cursing Ravanan for doing whatever he did, he shouted, "Hey Ranganatha, I was praying you, and you should destroy this Rakshasan, Ravanan, demon Ravanan. And Anaranyan, he said that you have to take birth in my Vamsam and you have to destroy this Ravanan. This Anaranyan's son was Haryashvan. Anaranyan, then he went to forest, leaving the kingdom to Haryashvan. See, those kings, the kings of those days, they rule the kingdom, they enjoy all the opulences, but after some time, after some years, they will leave the kingdom to their own progeny, that is their own heir, like son, and they will go to the forest along with the wife, Vanaprastham. They will go to Vanaprastham. That's how this Anaranyan also, he also went, leaving his, the whole kingdom to his son, Haryashvan. Then this Haryashvan ruled for many years, and then he gave the king to Arunan, Parunan, Prarunan, and he went to the forest. And this Arunan, he ruled for many years and gave the kingdom to Tribandhanan, his son Tribandhanan. Tribandhanan is a, what can you say? It's a Karanapayar. Karanapayar means that is, he got the name because of there is some reason, like 3 things. For 3 reasons he got this name. That is, he is bonded by 3 things. One is because of that, he could, and because of this Tribandhanan, because of this bonding, he is bonded by 3 things. And so he could not go to Paralokam. When you see what happened was, one thing was, when he was using the cow dung, they will use cow dung for homam and yajnam and all, isn't it? So when he was using this cow dung for homam, you have to purify the cow dung by, by just spraying the water, a small little bit of water. But he has not done that. See, that is a Shastram says that you have to do this, all these things before doing yagam or yajnam, or you have to purify all the things. But he has not done that by sprinkling water. So one bondage was the Tribandhanan bondage. One of the bondage for Tribandhanan is this one. And another thing is, he went inside the temple using the chariot. And another thing, he has done some aparadam to abacharam, to his guru. He has done some wrong thing to his guru. So that's why he could not go to Paralokam. And after so many years only, he got rid of all this bandhanam and he went to Paralokam. And he ruled. And afterwards, his son, who is Satyavratan, who is celebrated by the name, he ruled the kingdom. And this Satyavratan, the Satyavratan, but he is not, known by the name Satyavratan, because he is known by the name Trishanku. Satyavratan's name is Trishanku. He ruled the kingdom. Everyone knows about Trishanku's story. It's a very interesting story only, because he wanted to go to that Swargam, with the body. Nobody will go to the heavenly planet. Nobody can go to the heavenly planet with the body. Only with the subtle body we can go. But he wanted to go to the Swargam with his body. So what he did was, he asked his guru Vasishta to help him to go to the Swargam with his own body. But Vasishta told, and he rejected, he told that he could not do that. It's against the law. It's against the, Shastra Vridam. Like it's not the rule. So it's against the rule. But he never gave up. This Trishanku, he never gave up, and he went and asked Vasishta's son. He pleaded Vasishta's son to do that. But his son, he became angry because his father, he has already denied, he has already denied the offer, and he went to the son and he asked, no. So his son got angry and he said that, see, already my father has told you that he could not do that. Why do you want to come to me? So he cursed him to become a Chandalan. But afterwards, what happened? He went to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra and Vasishthar, they were always enemy. They don't go along. So he went to Vishwamitra and he asked for this. And he already told that Vasishthar told that he can't do that. But what immediately Vishwamitra, he told that, okay, I can do that. I will do that. So he, with the help of Vishwamitra's tapas, he went to Swargam with his body. But because of the prowess of the Devas, he fell back downwards. But the Vishwamitra, he got the power, isn't it? So nonetheless, by the power of Vishwamitra, he did not fall all the way down. See, even today you can he can still be hanging in sky, that is head downwards. So Vishwamitra made a Swargam, that is Trishanku Swargam, separate Swargam for Trishanku, which is in between this heavenly planet and the earth. So Trishanku Swargam, we used to say that it's a Trishanku Swargam, that is in between the heavenly planet and the earth. So this Trishanku, he ruled for many years, and Trishanku's son is the famous Harishchandran. Harishchandran, everyone knows about Harishchandran. Harishchandran, he accepted the honesty, that is being truthful is the best thing in the world, and he never told any lie. Even in his dream, he never told any lie, and that's how he underwent lot of troubles in his life. He sold his wife, and he sold his son, and everyone. He sold himself even, and he became a slave. He became a slave to a person who is a Chandalan, and he suffered a lot. So he suffered a lot to protect the promise, to protect a promise, to keep the promise. And he did not give up. Even at the last time also, he did not give up his promise. So Harishchandran, he ruled for many years. And his son, Rohidakshan, he then started ruling the kingdom. After Harishchandran, Rohidakshan, he ruled the kingdom for many years. And he gave his kingdom to Haritan, his son Haritan. Rohidakshan's son's name is Haritan. And Haritan, he ruled for many years, and he gave his kingdom to his son Champan. Champan is the one who constructed kingdom to his son Sudevan. So Sudevan ruled for many years, and he gave the kingdom to his son Vijayan. And Vijayan ruled. See, all these names, Sukacharya, he gives all the names because, even chanting all the names of the Surya Vamsam, this Vamsam belongs to Rama, isn't it? Ramchandra Murthy. So, chanting all the names of this Surya Vamsam king gives us punyam. So, thus, this Sudevan, he gave the kingdom to his son Vijayan, and Vijayan ruled for many years, and he gave the kingdom after ruling for many years to his son Bahukan. And this Bahukan, he ruled for many years. After ruling for many years, he gave the kingdom to his son Vrigan, and Vrigan ruled. And Vrigan ruled, and he gave the kingdom to his son Bahukan. This Vijayan's son's name is not called Bahukan. It is Barukan. Barukan's son is Vrikan, and Vrikan's son is Bahukan. So what happened in the period of Bahukan? What happened? The enemies of Bahukan took away all his possessions. And therefore, what happened? The king entered the order of this Vanaprastham and went to the forest. But this Bahugan, he had many wives. and Bahukan died when he was old. And what happened was, and one of the, all the wives, one of the wife, she wanted to die along with Bahukan, but she was carrying, she was pregnant at that time. So that at that time, what happened is Aurava Munivar, knowing her to be pregnant, he forbade her to die because he wanted to keep that dynasty. So, knowing that she was pregnant, what happened is all the co-wives, he had got many wives. I said that Bahukan got many wives. The co-wives, of the wife of Bahukan, they all conspired to give poison with the food to her. But what happened? With the God's grace, with the Almighty's grace, it did not act. Instead, the son was born along with the poison. So therefore, he became a famous Sagaran. Sagaram. Garam means poison. So one who is born with poison, that is Sagaran born with poison. Later he became the emperor of the world. Sagaran became the emperor of the world. So the place, known as Ganga Sagaram. Ganga Sagaram was, excavated by his sons. So there is a Sagaram. See, Sagaram Katina Vamsam. Sagar means ocean. Valmiki, he referred Ramayanam, as this Ramar belonged to the Vamsam of Sagaran, who built the ocean. Actually, Purta Dharmam, Alaya Dharmam, and Tadagam means pond, pond, everything is Dharma only. Everything is Dharma. But here the king Sagaran, he had, he built the ocean, Sagaram. This Sagaran, he had two wives. There is Sumati and Kesini. Sagaran's wives, two wives, their name is Sumati and Kesini. And King Sagaran, he performed Ashwamedha Yagam under the instructions of this Aurava Munivar. He conducted Ashwamedha Yagam. And during that, what happened during that Yagam, this Indran, Mahendran, the king of all the demigods, that is Devas, what happened? The king of the heaven, what happened? He stole the horse during this Ashwamedha Yagam, meant to be offered to the, offered at the sacrifice. So what happened? The sons of Sumati, who were very proud of their, prowess and influence, following the order of their father, started searching. They searched for the lost horse. While doing so, what happened? They searched everywhere, and while doing so, they also, they dug inside the earth very extensively. And in the northwestern direction, they saw the horse near the ashram of Kapila Munivar. So they said that, they never inquired about anything, and they started, blaming this Kapila Munivar, and they said that here is the man who has stolen the horse, they said. He is staying there, with closed eyes, and just kill him. See, they shouted all the, there were 60,000 sons of Sumati and Sagaran, and all the 60,000 sons altogether raised their weapons. When they approached the sage opened the eyes. Kapila Munivar, he opened his eyes, and consequently what happened? The fire emanated from the sage. And, from their own bodies, the fire emanated. And they were all immediately burnt into ashes. So among the sons of Sagaran, one more son of Sagara Maharaja was Asamanyan. His name was Asamanjan, and he is the son of Sagaran and Kesini. These 60,000 sons, they are all the sons of Sagaran and Sumati, but Sagaran and Kesini's son is Asamanjan. And he was always engaged in the, working for, and that Asamanjan's son, his name is Amshuman. And Amshuman, he always, he works for his grandfather, that is Sagaran. But this Asamanjan, that is the father of Anshuman, he is a born yogi. He is a born yogi. So his activities were not understood by common people, by anybody for that matter, because he was born yogi. So he used to, what happens is he used to throw all the boys into the Sarayu river, and he always displayed himself abominable and discreant. So he used to throw the boys playing with him, even in the childhood. He used to throw all the boys into the Sarayu river, and he also brought back all the boys from the Sarayu river. But this Anshuman, this Asamanjan, what happened? He left the kingdom, and nobody could see him afterwards. Even they searched for this Asamanjan, but they could not see, because he is a yogi. He went away. King Sagaran, what happened? He greatly lamented, due to this absence of his son. And later on, this Anshuman, who is the grandson of Maharaja Sagaran, was asked by the king to search for the horse, because he has to finish that Ashwamedh Yagam, isn't it? So following the same path, traversed by the, by his uncles, all the 60,000 sons of Sagaran, Anshuman, he also gradually reached the, big stack of ashes and found the horse nearby. But what happened? The great Anshuman, he saw the Kapila Munivar there, and he offered him all the he offered him the respectful obeisances with the folded hands, and offered him prayers. So the great Kapila Munivar, the great Kapila, the incarnation of Vishnu, being very merciful to him, he explained the path of knowledge. He was hearing all the things. And he also said, oh Anshuman, here is the animal, sought by your grandfather for sacrifice. So please take it. So as for your forefathers, see, Anshuman wanted to, the forefathers of Anshuman have become ashes. So this Anshuman, he wanted to, show a good path to the forefathers also. But he said, as for your forefathers who have been burned to ashes, they can be delivered only by the Ganga water, Ganges water, and not by any other means. So this Anshuman, what happened? He brought back the horse, and Sagaran completed the Ashwamedha Yagam. See, this Periyavas has said, this Kapilaranyam, this California is Kapilaranyam. And we can see that Kapilaranyam, it's named after Kapilaranyam only. The California is named after Kapilaranyam, and there is a horse island and ash island here. Everything goes like that. Okay. Now, after this Sagaran, this Anshuman, he ruled the entire, kingdom. But, this Sagaran, the great Maharaja Sagaran, what happened is, he instructed by this Aurava Munivar, achieved the supreme destination, Sagaran. And Anshuman became the emperor. But during the period of Anshuman, he could not do anything to bring Ganges to the material world. So after Anshuman, what happened? His son Dilipan, he tried, but he could not bring the Ganges. And Dilipan's son is Bhagirathan. We have heard about Bhagirathan. Bhagiratha Prayatnam means how the Bhagirathan brought the Ganges, from the heavenly abode. It's a very big thing. It's a very great task he has done. It's a very difficult task. So what happened during the period of the Bhagirathan period? He performed very severe, austerities to bring the Ganges to the material world. So the Ganga Mata, what happened? She appeared before him, and Bhagirathan told about his desire. He wanted to bring the Ganges down to the material world. But this Ganga Mata, she told him, so, okay, your desire is fulfilled, but the thing is that there has to be somebody to sustain, sustain the great force. See, I'll be coming in a great force, and there has to be somebody to sustain the force. So, if I am not sustained, what will happen is I shall pierce the surface of the earth and go down to the Rasatalam and Patalam. I'll go inside the earth. So then again, Bhagirathan, he performed the tapas to please Parameshwaran. Lord Parameshwara said, okay, I can sustain Ganges on my head. And Parameshwara hold the Ganga Mata in his head, and he allowed the Ganges to flow in the reduced manner. He reduced the flow of the Ganges, and the Ganges, she came to the material world, giving moksham to all the 60,000 forefathers of Bhagirathan. And that is how the Bhagiratha Prayatnam. Bhagiratha Prayatnam means that he has done so much of thing to bring Ganges down into the world, means material world. So the great and saintly king Bhagirathan brought the Ganges, which can deliver all the fallen souls to that place on earth, where the bodies of his forefathers, lay burnt to ashes. So they all went to the heavenly planets. See, one can just imagine the benefit of taking the bath or even, sprinkling water of the Ganges, Ganga Mata. So here, thus Bhagirathan, he removed the Pitru Sabham, Preta Sabham, by bringing the mighty Ganga here into the material world. And now Bhagirathan's son is Shrutan. Bhagirathan, he ruled for many years, and he gave the kingdom to Shrutan. And Shrutan ruled the kingdom for very, very long time, and gave it to his son Nabhan. And Nabhan ruled for many years, leaving the kingdom to his son Aithayusu. And Aithayusu, he ruled the kingdom for many years and went to the forest, leaving the kingdom to his son Ruthuparnan. Ruthuparnan is called Nalasagan. Nalasagan means he is a friend of Nalan, Nala Chakravarti. So, I want to stop this session here because, this Nalan story is one of the beautiful story I want to share, and I want to, we will see it in the next session, because Ruthuparnan is said to be a Nalasagan, and Nalan is a Punya slogan. When we talk about Nalan, we get all the Punya. So, I will stop this session today here, and we will, take the Charitram of Nalan, and we will see in the next session. So, we will stop here in this session. I'll stop with Purnamadam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyati Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.